Welcome back to another unsolicited and uneducated football analysis with your friend David Valentin. This time to talk a little bit about what has happened in Orlando City this week and what is going to happen next week. All right, my friends. So, Orlando City is going to be facing Tampa Bay Rowdies in the Open Cup this coming up Wednesday. It's going to be a game that brings back a lot of old and happy memories when this club was in the lower divisions, and it's going to bring to the surface one of in my opinion, one of the greatest rivalries in the game of football here in the state of Florida, and a rivalry that wasn't manufactured by somebody in a boardroom. It wasn't manufactured by things that happen somewhere else. This is manufactured on the pitch as is meant to be. Tampa Bay Rowdies has not defeated Orlando City ever. That's the first team. Obviously, they have defeated OCB and they also our academy in friendlies and etc. etc. But as far as a open competition, that's a no. Last time these two teams saw each other was in 2014. Victory 4-1 for Orlando City in Open Cup, and we haven't faced them since. In all the years that we play Open Cup in MLS, we never faced them, not even once, which is a shame because back in the USL era, they were in NASL, which was the second division. We were in the third division at the time. They had better talent, they had more money, they were the bigger club, we were the underdogs, and we defeated them every single time. And at the time, Tampa and Orlando were fighting to be an MLS expansion city. Obviously, as you all know, that honor went to Orlando, and the rivalry still there. If you ask me, David Valentin, what do I think about this? I think that this Wednesday it will be a nice day to bury this rivalry and just put it to rest. Tampa Bay Rowdies are always going to be a USL team. I seriously doubt that MLS will continue to expand past the 30 teams. It will be a disservice to American football. Perhaps if USL decides to do pro relegation between their three divisions, which are the second, third, and fourth division of American football right now, perhaps that may propel and push MLS to be open to promotion relegation. On the way MLS is scheduled today, I don't see it happening because teams have to pay such an exorbitant amount of money to get into MLS that to be relegated, I'm gonna be honest with you, that will be a tough pill to swallow because you invest $350 million to get into the league, and then you get bounced out, and also we don't know the quality that is in USL. To have promotion relegation where USL teams are just gonna come to get slaughtered, and MLS teams are going to be relegated to slaughter that division, to me, it's not open competition at the moment. So when it comes to American and Canadian football, a lot of things have to happen for promotion or relegation to be a proper tool to elevate the sport. And if you lift the restrictions that we have right now, we are going to have we're just not gonna have we're gonna have a stale and non-competitive pyramid, and that's the last thing you want, because then people are gonna get frustrated. They're gonna realize that they will never be able to advance. They will never be able to win anything. And with that said, people will go find some other forms of entertainment. I gotta remind you, the reason why MLS is so popular is because anybody can be a champion in any given year. Orlando City this week played in Columbus. 2-0 result. It was probably one of the best performances I have seen Orlando City under Oscar Pareja. First goal by Rodrigo Schlegel on the 10th month anniversary of his father's passing. When it was revealed that Rodrigo's dad had died, it really touched me because I'm very close to my dad. I'm in my late 40s. My father's already a very old man. I still remember him in his 20s, and full of life and energy. And I, he's been there to give me wise counsel when I needed, to help me out. When I became a father myself, he was there to encourage me at a difficult time because both of my grandfathers, who I was very close to, unfortunately had already passed by the time I became a dad myself. One of the things that, on a personal level, if I can disclose that with you, is the fact that I really wish that my grandfathers would have been around to see my children being born. Hopefully, thankfully, both of my grandmothers were. So they got to see me becoming a dad, but did that when my kids were very little. So that touched me. When somebody loses their father, especially when a man loses their father, this is just tragic. We lost my wife lost her dad, my father-in-law, in 2020 due to COVID as well, just like Rodrigo lost his dad. And it was a tragedy for our family that we're still trying to recuperate from, because now you see that there has been the vaccine and people are getting better, and sort now right now we treat COVID as something that just happened and it went away. But when it took one of your relatives and that person never had the opportunity to get a vaccine or proper treatment or anything like that, then that's when the you sort of get angry about it. At the time when it happened, the club was stellar. They gave Rodrigo 2 months to go set up the affairs and everything. Facundo, did I say Facundo? I said Rodrigo. Sorry, Rodrigo. They gave him 2 months to go and set all of his affairs, and not only that, he basically became de facto man of the house because his two siblings are much younger kids. They're in high school, I believe. Mom found herself a widow at a very young age. And dad was just full of life, just living. His dad was a contemporary of mine. So, and then all of a sudden, you're in another country trying to make it. But that hasn't stopped him. And he has been a player that feels the weight of the jersey. If he plays 5 minutes or 50 minutes, whatever, he always goes on the pitch and gives you everything that is needed. He gives a show to the people that pay their hard-earned money to be on those terraces. So, with that said, I am super excited that the fact that he scored his goal. That goal basically was a kick to the teeth of Columbus, who had lost their previous 2 games, this one being the third. And then after that, we probably saw one of the best tiki-taka team goals in Orlando City history, with Ercan Kara scoring his second goal of the season. The kid's on fire, and I don't know who's gonna be our starting 11 on Wednesday, but Tampa Bay Rowdies are probably gonna get dunked on Wednesday. Nothing else to be said. When it comes to Ercan, he looked exactly as the player that we saw in the highlights. Super exciting. He's having a partnership with Facundo Torres that I really like, and Mauricio Pereira is becoming the captain of this squad. He's not as vocal and passionate as perhaps captains of the past, but whatever he's doing the right thing. These guys really look like they like each other. They like playing with each other. That they're going out there to make it happen, score goals, and win games, and that's basically what I really like about this. Orlando City is going to be playing this Sunday at home on a doubleheader because OCB is going to be playing after that. We're going to be playing Red Bulls at home, and then I believe Orlando City B is going to be playing New England Revolution. So 2, by the way. So it's going to be a long day of football. and I'm pretty much looking forward to a week full of sports, especially the game that I love. This past Saturday, I watched the game at Tin Roof on iDrive. It was a watch party organized by the guys of Orlando City Fan TV. Please go check them out on YouTube. These guys basically they have a podcast, but they are also going to be recording reactions after the game, sort of what Arsenal TV, right? If you've probably seen it out there, and I believe they are going to blow up with that. Is a concept that has been replicated all over the world, and I think with the history that I have, listening to people in the stands making comments, and I think it's gonna be a lot of fun, and it's gonna be funny, and it's gonna be super cool. So I wish those guys the best. And like I said, it was awesome to see some familiar faces and some new friends. We watched the game; it was awesome, and they are planning to have another watch party, most likely for Atlanta away. So be on the lookout for that. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. With that said, my friends, thank you very much for watching the video, and of course, we're hoping that we can squash the Tampa Bay Rowdies this coming up Wednesday to move further into the Open Cup. And remember, it's a trophy, CCL berth, and $300,000 if you win the whole thing. And then on Sunday, OCB and Orlando City back at it again. So thank you very much. May God bless you. Vamos Orlando.